Live from the Ed McMahon Center, this is the Q30 News Nightcast.
Members of the Quinnipiac community gathered on Thursday, February 26th to honor the lives of the 3 University of North Carolina Chapel Hill students who were gunned down earlier in February. To start tonight off, a new program will allow students to rent a car whenever they need one.
I'm Steph Fasano with your Q30 Sports Update, brought to you by the Bobcat Shop. Quinnipiac has yet to have a full week of classes this semester, and with snow later in the weekend, it's beginning to frustrate students. While these rituals may seem minor to us, these athletes take them very seriously.
A suspicious phone call to Hamden High School led to an evacuation early on Wednesday. Police say someone called the school, threatening that there was a bomb and it would go off soon. After months of criticism by the media, Bruce Jenner has officially come out as transgender on an ABC Specials report with Diane Sawyer. Thank you for watching and have a good night, and everyone have a very safe spring break.
When I was 10, I lost my dad to a massive heart attack, and 3 days later I made silicone bracelets that said "Have a Heart." Sold about 1,000 of them and just donated $2,000 to American Heart Association.
That was 2005. 9 years later, sophomore Bobby Palmieri brought the idea back to life.
Have a Heart's a good way to honor him, and part of the major concept of Have a Heart is, taking this negative and turning it into something positive.
He wanted to help others with similar financial burdens, so he shifted his focus to help students who have also lost a parent to heart disease.
Originally, I was just going to do the $10,000 and do one scholarship and be done with it. But after getting a couple donations, I really loved the idea of helping others. I'm not going to set a set amount of number. I'd like to do as many events as possible and see how much money those raise and then go from there.
Have a Heart started with family, and it's the encouragement that keeps the foundation going.
My mom, her fiance, my brother, they're great, emotional support. And then, other family members have donated some serious money to help me get this going, and my mom has just been awesome throughout this whole process.
With the high cost of college looming and a developing idea, all of his hard work was ready to take off.
We just launched Wednesday, the new website, so there's a new blog. Eventually people will be able to donate through the site, buy t-shirts, hats, stay up to date with all the events we're going to do. We're going to do events on, other campuses, not just Quinnipiac. I just feel like when something bad happens, you kind of have the ability to react how you want to. And at first that was hard for me to understand, but as I grew older and more mature, I realized that, it is what it is and I can react, and I think that I've actually turned this into not a positive thing, but I've, made a positive change, and I look to continue to help people, and I think people should do the same.
I'm Stephanie Fasano, Q30 News.
So our Stephanie Fasano has all the news about the craziness around these tickets.
When Quinnipiac vs. Yale tickets are up for grabs, students are waiting by their computers for the clock to hit 10 p.m. The upcoming men's ice hockey game has students yelling, screaming, and turning to social media to express their frustration about getting tickets. Twitter flooded with anticipation for the tickets to be available, and some students' excitement when receiving one. But some believe there should be a different method to be able to go to the big game.
I feel like there should be some sort of loyalty points for people who go to a lot of the games. I know that a lot of really big fans couldn't get tickets, and it's really upsetting for them.
I think that there should be some type of system by grade based on your year. Maybe there should be more tickets for seniors and then slightly less for juniors and slightly less for sophomores.
With the game days away, some students have begun using Facebook to sell and buy tickets. The Quinnipiac Alumni Association is holding a photo contest and rewarding the biggest fan with 2 standing room tickets. 1,000 seats will be filled with students watching and holding their so-called lucky golden ticket. I'm Stephanie Fasano, Q30 News. I'm going to tell you right now who is to blame for the cancellation and how social media at Quinnipiac has caused quite a problem. This is the poster that has sparked all the controversy. It's an advertisement for the Quinnipiac Kappa Alpha Theta yearly event, Queso for Casa. Theta members sell Mexican food to raise money for the organization, which helps foster children. Senior Lexi Gruber is both a Latina and former foster child.
She believed the sorority's poster inappropriately used a pair of maracas to advertise the event.
Taking a maraca, which is a stereotypical Hispanic symbol, and saying, this is Mexican, and saying, okay, we're going to raise awareness about this population with really a stereotypical Mexican ad.
Gruber took to social media, tweeting and spreading the conversation to Facebook, where tensions began to rise with Greek life. Gruber says she did not want the event canceled and only wished to raise awareness. Director of Fraternity and Sorority Life, Courtney McKenna, says the philanthropy event was canceled due to social media uproar.
Actually, members of our community who saw it sort of going down on Facebook initially, and then Twitter brought it to my attention, at which point I was able to talk to the Kappa Alpha Theta president pretty shortly thereafter, and she was able to get on the phone with some of her advisors and things to work on how do we move forward. The decision to cancel the event was that of Kappa Alpha Theta along with their advisors and some of their regional district team.
Gruber was then caught in a web of social media threats. These threats surfaced to websites like Total Frat Move, Total Sorority Move, and Barstool, all blaming her for being the one who shut down the event.
I think they have a point. I think probably social media wasn't the best place to post that. That was probably not the brightest decision.
QU Panhellenic released a statement following the cancellation of the event about the negative dialogue and student respect. McKenna says certain students involved have already been spoken to, and this series of events bring light to the power words can have.
Whether they're Greek or otherwise, to make sure that they recognize the impact that words can have, and whether it's social media or otherwise, it all can impact people.
You know, and hopefully after this incident, hopefully students really do realize to watch what they say, because their words are so powerful. And now Lexi Gruber's actually speaking to Hamden Police because she wants to see who was writing those really hurtful things on Yik Yak about her, because they can figure that out. So looking forward, let's hope that, you know, something like this doesn't cause another controversy here at Quinnipiac.
Friedreich's ataxia, a debilitating, life-shortening, degenerative neuromuscular disorder. But sophomore Joe Mullaney isn't letting this genetic disease bring him down. Diagnosed at age 9 and watching his older sister Kayla struggle through the same illness, he wasn't going to let it control him.
I didn't start using a scooter until move-in day, freshman year.
The scooter helping him get around campus.
It does both, because of it, I'm much more independent. FA-wise, it got worse only because I'm not using the muscles I was.
To improve his muscles, he works out at least 3 times a week.
But definitely work out only to rebuild the muscles that I had.
So we hit the gym with him to see how he maintains his strength. Laps around the track, lifting weights, and riding the bike to keep him moving. But bike riding is more than just an exercise to Mullaney. A 10-mile bike ride to raise awareness for the FA Research Alliance.
My friend Matt Blumenthal, he knew I had FA, and he saw there were all these achievements coming out and all that, but no care, and he wanted to help out any way he could, so he found a ride.
I signed up and I talked to Joey, got his consent, and then sent the link out to some of the guys, and within a week we raised $1,200.
The 2 boys, along with their fraternity, contacted FARA fundraising advisor Mary Caruso. They planned a bike ride around Hamden, followed by a picnic on campus.
And something like this can do wonders for research, and I really believe it does wonders for people that would never imagine what it's like to live with this disease.
It's a step. You know, it's the awareness, and I look around, I see all these people here. When Joey was diagnosed, people didn't know what FA was, and we've come so far.
Raising money from the help of friends and family, but the people around Joey are more than just his support system. They admire how he keeps a positive outlook.
He's not negative. He's so positive. He takes the best of everything.
He just doesn't really quit every day. He just keeps going.
You know, I've never seen him have a negative attitude. He's never down. He never asks for pity or help.
And the thing with him is that he doesn't want to be looked at as a person who has any type of disease or disorder or anything like that. He's just this positive kid. This is kind of a small part of who Joey is.
A small part that he won't let get inside his head.
I tell everyone this, you can't let the disease win, pretty much. You can't let it take over.
I'm Stephanie Fasano, Q30 News.